Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, November 18th, 2024. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Never mind me brushing my beard while I'm making a video. We family. We family. I see y'all in family, so I ain't gotta be all fancy for y'all. We just here to talk. That's all. We just here to talk. So never mind me. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. I really appreciate it. If y'all haven't noticed, or if y'all haven't heard rather, first let me say this. What I'm about to say is not a disrespect. I mean, no disrespect to our servicemen and women. So let me get that out the way because I'm finna go in on our military, on America, where we are right now, the state of the union. Let me start out by saying this. Our illustrious leader, Joe Biden, has decided to poke the bear even more. He's a lame duck president. He ain't done nothing since he's been in office but screw up. Just when you think he can't do no worse, he says, hold my beer. And he decides to give Ukraine long-range missiles to shoot off into Russia. Like that would really be a good idea. Even though that wasn't Joe Biden, you know his mind ain't right. He ain't made a decision. The so-called deep state made that decision right before Trump get in office. They trying to sabotage him before he even get in. They trying to make sure he don't accomplish his mission of making America great again. Their desires to have a one world government, they're not gonna let nobody interfere with that. That's what we got going on right now. So who's ever pulling Joe Biden's strings decided that it would be a good idea to give Ukraine long-range missiles to shoot inside of Russia. Even though right now there's really nothing left of Ukraine. Ukraine is getting beat down. So this is not really about helping Ukraine right now. It's not. Don't let them fool you. They're not over there trying to help Ukraine. They give a damn about Ukraine. It's about Russia. Russia don't want to play ball with the one world organization that they're trying to form. The countries that they have deemed our enemies, Russia, hey, first of all, disclaimer, these are just my opinions. These are not facts. My opinion, YouTube, whoever else listening, these are just my opinions. Everybody know I ain't got good sense. Don't nobody take me serious. Okay, disclaimer. These are just my opinion. Some old crazy big bald head handsome dude on YouTube. So, in my opinion, the countries that we call our enemies, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, they all have one thing in common. They don't want to be a part of the New World Order. I find that interesting. Why would Russia be an ally to Iran? They don't share no culture, nothing. Russia is not religious. Iran is Muslim. North Korea and Russia. Nothing in common. What an odd partnership. China and Russia. Other than being communists, what they got in common? China is very racist. Bigots. Russia, same thing. How are Chinese and Russians getting? They got one thing in common, one common goal: to remain independent from a world government. So now, before Joe Biden leaves office and Trump get in there and fix every damn thing that they done messed up, which they ain't gonna let happen, they gonna come against him. They gonna sabotage, do a little underhanded, undermining stuff to keep their agenda going in spite of him going against it. In spite of him shutting the borders down, trying to stop this illegal immigration, they're going to try to undermine him and keep it going. They're going to figure out a way, like with these governors in these sanctuary cities talking about they ain't going to cooperate. They're going to fight back against their own government to protect non-citizens. We have American governors going to buck against their own country to protect illegal immigrants, non-citizens. Even though most of the citizens in their state don't want the illegal immigrants here. They don't care. They don't care about what we want. So now, Joe Biden over there kicking the bear. He ain't just poking the bear, he kicking it. So what if the bear decides to bite back? Not just Ukraine. What if the bear decides to bite the one that's actually kicking it, which is America? What if the bear decides to bite us back? Are we ready? Some of y'all think that we are. Y'all ain't worried about it. America got the most powerful military in the nation. I mean, the world. I used to feel the same way. I was a part of that military. I was thinking the same way. Don't nobody want to see America in no war. America, we got the most powerful fighting force in the world. Our military top notch. We got this, we got that, we can do this, we can do that. So we feel confident in our military, right? One problem. This is not your granddad's military. This is not your grandfather's, or your father's, or even my generation. This is not the same Marine Corps. This is not the same Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, National Guard. They're not the same. We don't have the same generals, military leaders. Now, our military has been infiltrated, exposed, taken over, taken down by our current woke society. Wokeness has taken over our military. Did y'all not know? Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. But it's been a while since I've been in the military. But I know people that are currently in the military or have family members that are still in the military, to where now, in boot camp, you know, boot camp when you first go in the military, they train you for military life and how to prepare to go to war. Boot camp is training you for war. Don't forget that. They're not just training you to be in the military. They're training you, preparing you in case we have to go to a war. And you're going to have that training throughout your entire time in that military. You're going to have refreshers, have to go through little training courses to keep you updated on your wartime readiness. You got to take constantly shooting practice, physical fitness tests to make sure you stay physically fit throughout your entire time in the military, just in case a war breaks out. But nowadays, in your so-called war training, they don't even cuss at you no more. They don't cuss. They can't hit you. They got to be nice to you. They can't insult you. But they're preparing you for war. But they don't want to offend the recruits. They have to abide by, if you want to be called it, they, them, or whatever your pronoun is. They have to go along with that. They have to accommodate you if you trans, and they got to worry about all that shit. And worry about Russia. Russia ain't tied, they ain't got their hands tied with all that BS. Russia ain't got to worry about all that. China, North Korea, Iran, none of them places got to worry about what our soldiers have to deal with. Now we have the real true soldiers that are actually put up a fight. They leaving. They getting out. They don't want to be a part of this. I hear from them in my email. Man, I want to be part of that. No, I love my country, but I can't be a part of that. Imagine the people that are qualified to be Navy SEALs don't want to be Navy SEALs no more. Marine Force Recon, Army Rangers, Green Berets, all them, they don't want to be part of this no more. They're looking around and they can't recognize, especially people that have been in the military 30, 40 years. They're looking around on the base. I saw a video with some soldiers in their fatigues, on base, twerking. Big wall women twerk all the time. They were men. I'm looking at videos of the people that we're gonna put up against Putin, Kim Jong-un, Xi, the Ayatollahs, and all them folks. I'm looking at these guys making TikTok videos, twerking, and they're men. Men. I'm not against the community, but there's a time and a place for everything. The military, our fighting forces, ain't the place for that. When I grew up, my fathers and men before that told me your first obligation going into the military is to be a killer. All that, your college education, I'm going to my GI Bill, and you're going to be a killer before anything else. They're training you to be killers. You're not allowed to say it like that anymore. You can't tell that uncomfortable truth. They would have you believe you're going to the military to be able to go to college. It's a great career. No. Once upon a time, people understood your first priority when going into our United States military was you were going to be killers in defense of your country if need be. Everything else was secondary. Your college, your career, what you're gonna do when you get out. Your first obligation was to be willing to kill for your country if needed. I understood that when I joined. And I'm sure everybody that joined before I did, from the 70s to the 60s, they understood my first obligation, I'm going in here to be trained, and that's the first thing they train you to do. Before they teach you how to do any type of schoolwork, any type of job, any type of career, for when you get out, the first thing they're going to teach you to do is how to fight. how to kill, how to shoot that weapon. Why is that? Why is that the first thing they teach you? Because that's your first obligation. Defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. But you are not twerking as a man. Oh, America, we ain't ready. We need Trump in there to make sure we don't have no wars. Because what we working with right now, militarily, we got folks that will freeze up. I guarantee you, they'll freeze up behind enemy lines. I ain't gonna shoot a basketball. But yet, we got liberals trying to spread their mindset all over this country, making us go from the strongest country in the world to the weakest. A laughing stock. Our soldiers are twerking on TikTok that's seen around the world. You think China don't see these men in uniform in America twerking? Ass bent over, shaking their hand to the camera. Men, you think China and Russia ain't looking like that's America? Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, we need to do everything possible to make sure we don't end up in no war right now until we get this mess fixed. Our military is in shambles, but they ain't telling you. The numbers are down, the recruiting is down, people don't want to join. It's so bad to where they're willing to allow illegal immigrants to join our military because the numbers are down. Just that bad. They're not announcing it. They don't want the world to know. I guess, hey, that our military is weak right now. We're weak right now. We're vulnerable. They ain't just letting all these illegal immigrants in here just to vote for Democrats. They're willing to allow them to be cops and join our military. Did y'all know that? If you didn't know, now you know. And this ain't no opinion, this fact. They're in the works now, if they ain't already done it, to make it possible for immigrants, illegal immigrants, to join the United States military because our recruit numbers are just that far in the tank because people don't want to be part of a woke military. A politically correct military. Woke. You can't cuss at the recruits in boot camp. You got to be careful how you talk to you. I done got elbows all in my chest. They done talking about my mama and my dead grandmama when I was at boot camp. But I understood what it was. I didn't, oh my God, they talking about my dead grandmama. They told me my girlfriend was at home getting her back blowed out by my best friend. When I was in boot camp, November 20th, 1990, Parris Island, South Carolina, my drill instructor told me my best friend at home tearing my girl up. And I couldn't do nothing about it. I can't go home. They told me my mama wasn't shit. I had to take it. Just to name a few of the mental abuse that I had to deal with, but it was part of the process of preparing me just in case. They're preparing me to be able to save my own damn life just in case. You can't do that no more. Can't talk to them aggressively. You don't want to hurt their feelings. America, we ain't ready. Y'all better hope we don't end up in no war, or we gonna get our ass whooped. The only thing that's gonna save America is them redneck boys up there in Picayune, Mississippi, and them hood Negroes in the ghettos around the nation. But the average American, too damn soft. Too soft. Remember what I'm telling you. The redneck boys Picayune, Mississippi, Bucktussin, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, them boys in Chicago, the hood niggas. That's what's gonna save America. The people that y'all look down upon now, it's gonna be who gonna have to come if we break out into some wars and stuff. The rest of y'all gonna be, oh my God, they're shooting. Oh, they're gonna be jokers like me, have to come to the rescue. Cause the men out here twerking, America, we ain't ready. Get it, got it, good. Bye.